Yeah. Fly was flying, you on the team, touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby, it's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here cool on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog, or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, Huntley like Randolph. Season here, Philly time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, joined by my guy Brandon, as always. And it is Philly the podcast, man. Shout out to all the channel members with early access today. But today we have a very special guest, a very, very special guest. We have Philadelphia Eagles running back Jason Huntley. Jason, thank you so much for taking the time and welcome to the show, man.
I appreciate you having me.
Definitely. It's our honor. So we'll get right into it, man. I know you're a busy man. So I want to talk to you first about your high school, man. I know you went to James Martin in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, right? Same high school as Myles Garrett, and I know Texas takes their football very serious. Can you just tell me a little bit about growing up out there and what it was like?
I started going to Martin like my sophomore year. Texas, is very competitive when it comes to football. As you know, I played with Myles Garrett. When he was leaving that year, and I was just getting there. It was overall, it was good though. It just really make you compete though, because it's so many players that I played against, also like Kyler Murray that year and like all these other players. So honestly, it was a good experience for me because it just really boosted my level of playing, my competition, like all that just made me want to go harder and had to go harder to compete with these guys, that sort.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Now let's move on to your college career. Speaking of competing, you had a pretty competitive and productive 4 years over there at New Mexico. Can you tell me about how you ended up over there, and what your college experience was a little bit like?
The recruiting process, I didn't have many. Honestly, I had a lot of D2s, but not many D1s. And of course, me, I feel like I was a D1 player. So when I got a D1 offer, I went to New Mexico State. But I enjoyed my time in New Mexico State, honestly, every year. And then I had a lot of good competition. Also, my freshman year, I played against Myles again when he was at Texas A&M. So that was cool. And then, I played Alabama, all the other teams with us being independent. So I got to get a lot of exposure, have a lot of competition there as well. So overall, though, I love my experience in Mexico State.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you must have had a chip on your shoulder, just one, now that you're in the NFL, but two, going ahead and having a career that you did in college where you had about 3,316 all-purpose yards, 25 touchdowns. Like, that's pretty good, especially on any level of football. So what kind of motivated you every weekend to suit up, to go out there? And was there anybody that you were doing this for?
Got to be my family. I was raised with my mom, just my two little sisters. So I am the man, I was the man. So therefore, they were definitely who I thought about when and then just for the people, I was, like I said, I was underrated. I was under, how do I say that? I was underrated. I guess kind of like, people counted me out pretty much, long story short, and I just kept that with me, just kept that chip on my shoulder. I thought about my family every time I suited up and just went out there and did my thing, did the best I could do every time.
I hear that. And I mean, if you're looking at your stats, not only were you just like a normal running back, you had over 1,000 yards rushing. 1,000 yards receiving. So do you feel that has pass catching has been easy for you? Like that's something that's always been a part of your game, or is that something you worked on so you can really sell yourself for the NFL?
It was definitely something I worked on. I always had pretty good hands, but I definitely worked on it when I got to college, like that. Now, off season, getting into college, I definitely worked on it, like jugs, tennis balls, or whatever I could do. Because at this point in age, this day of time, you have to be able to catch balls running back. They might split you out. Want you one-on-one with a linebacker, or choice route, whatever it is. So, with all that being said, like you have to be able to catch the ball. So, I worked on that and try to get the best I could. still working on it to this day.
Definitely. And I wanted to ask you one question before I go on to the next question I had. We're talking about your versatility not only as a runner and as a receiver, but your kick returns was something to watch. I believe you had 5 in your whole career. What was that like? What is that something that you're going to continue to kind of work on at the next level, or is that something that you kind of just was for college? How do you feel about that?
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna do it next level, do it this level as well. Actually, I've been back there a couple times this year. Honestly, special teams is just a big part of the game. Like it's just important as penalties and turnovers. So it's a lost art. So like I'm gonna definitely still want to be back there, to still compete, to be back there and try to help the team as much as I can. If that's what it takes, then I'm all for it.
Definitely. I know a lot of people, including us, a lot of Eagles fans were excited when we got you because we knew that you were special back there. So we're looking forward to seeing you go out there. But so, we talked a little bit about your college career, but let's jump to the NFL, man. 5th round pick by the Detroit Lions. How was it getting that call? How, when you and your family, what was the overall reaction? I know that had to be one of the biggest moments of your life.
Man, it was big. It was definitely big. Emotional, happy, just like I've been wanting that since a little kid. I've been working for that moment. So therefore, that I finally got the opportunity, I was ecstatic. Really hadn't even talked to Detroit that much, but when they called and they asked me if I wanted to be a Detroit Lion, I was like, of course, like without a doubt. So just that day, that was just special. That's a day I'll never forget.
Yeah, to keep it on the beginning of the season, you obviously you went through, I guess, what they call the business side, the adversity early on in your career so far, but then you got the call from the Philadelphia Eagles. Walk us through kind of like how that roller coaster of a ride went for you.
Yeah, that was different because I was a draft pick, which that doesn't mean anything. Nothing's promised. Nothing's given to you, like nothing's set in stone. But I went out there and I played well. That's the thing. It kind of shocked me, but I guess just with the business aspect, I was waived, and then right that next day I got a call. Boy, got us in a little room. They told us like, hey, you've been picked up. And I'm like, okay, about who? The agent called. He's like, the Eagles have picked you up, and I had already talked to the Eagles. I had talked to Howie and them before, like, and so I was not really. I was like shocked, but I was happy though, because like I've always been an Eagles fan, and I always watched D-Jack, and then you got like Sproles and like all these guys. So when I got the call, I was excited.
Oh, you're gaining points by the second, man. You keep on naming Eagles players, man. You're gonna keep gaining points. We're gonna love you even more. So, like I did tell you before, we got on the live. We do have members. So, the channel members are the ones that are live watching right now. And we asked them to ask you a couple questions. So one of these is going to be from member AK Eagles. And he wants to know, have you ever played as yourself in Madden?
Yes, I have. A couple times actually. If I can pick the Eagles, like if somebody else hasn't picked them, I will pick them so I can play with them. So it's still shocking to me as well. I'm like, man, I'm on Madden. Yeah. Yes, I do.
And to back that with another member question from Rome Moore, skill set wise, what do you think you can bring to the offense this year?
Versatility, speed. I think that's the biggest thing is just speed and versatility. I can run the ball, catch the ball, special teams, like whatever the team needs. That's what I'm here for. Like I just want to win.
Oh yeah, I can hear that. I like that. That's a good answer right there. So now this whole offseason has honestly been, just the theme of it, I would say, is competition. I feel like next year everybody's going to get their fair shot. So just let me know, are you excited to compete? And what do you think the Eagles can expect? Eagles fans, I should say, rather expect from you, every Sunday.
Oh yeah, definitely excited to compete. That's why I play the game. I love to compete. I love that aspect of it. So I've been working every day, nonstop. Like it keeps going, you know. And to expect from me just my all, like regardless of up losing, like I'm going to give you 100%. Like I want to win, like at all costs, at all measures. So that's what I promise y'all from me is y'all gonna give my all every game, no matter what.
Definitely.
That's dope. And I know you were saying how going back, you had mostly D2 offers. You went ahead and grabbed the D1 offer. You killed it in college. You're in the NFL. What's some advice do you have for like the young guys that are going to go through the same thing, that are maybe not getting all the D1 offers out there or anything like that, but they still have aspirations to make it to the NFL?
Don't be discouraged. Keep working. Things not going your way, shoot, just work harder. You know, like you said, nothing's promised. And everybody goes through obstacles in life. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just say just keep pushing yourself. Just don't be discouraged no matter what, because you can do it. I'm so sure you can do it.
Definitely, man. See, I wish I would have heard that when I was young. Maybe I'd
Yeah.
be in the NFL right now. You know, maybe I'd be doing something instead of on this side. But so we got one more question from our members, and then we got a couple more questions. We'll get you out of here, man. One more question from Philly Fan All Day. He wants to know, what do you want to improve upon going into the 2021 season?
Shoot, I will improve everything. Shoot, whatever I can get better at. My biggest thing, probably would be shoot, just picking up the defenses. I get it pretty well now, but that'll help you in your game if you can, pick up the defenses, what you think they're running, what type of zones or whatever they're in. So that'd probably be the best thing I will work on right now is just picking up my IQ of the game.
Definitely. I hear that. I hear that. Now, let me ask you this. You know, at the end of every career, I feel like there's different categories. You know, you got that guy that won every game, that guy that bashed his head on the his helmet on the sideline. You got different types of people at the end of their career. When your career is all said and done, what do you want to be remembered by?
Man, shoot, just a baller. I want to go out there and win the Super Bowl someday. Remember for that, or just going out there and just being a competitor. I really just when they think about me, they're like, okay, I remember he did this. I remember he did that. That's the biggest thing as a competitor or a Super Bowl winner.
Hey, I hope it's with the Eagles.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Bring some
For
more
sure.
rings to Philly.
Right.
But just because this season's a little weird, what was it like playing with no fans in the stands, especially in the beginning of the season, and hearing just like the speakers either cheering or booing or whatever? How was that experience?
That was different because when you being in the NFL, you expect to hear all this, hoorah, all that. But I mean, honestly, it wasn't that shocking to me because like I went to Mexico State. You know what I'm saying? Like we had fans. Don't get me wrong, but it probably was not the same amount of fans that we did have when they did allow players in. So that honestly, that wasn't really different to me. It was pretty much the same experience.
Are you ready for Philly fans, though? That's the question.
Man,
Are you ready for a stadium pack?
We're the calm ones. We're the calm ones. I promise.
I heard they get intense. I think I'm ready. I'm excited to see the Philly fans. I want to see y'all. I want to enjoy winning with y'all and the singing the songs and just all that. So yeah, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we're ready for you, man.
Dallas,
we are ready for you.
It's crazy out there. You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah. so last thing I want to ask you, man. Look, the season is slowly. I mean, the off season is slowly trickling by. I'm sure you're just as, if not more, eager than us for the season to kick off. Do you have any parting words for Eagles fans to get us by? Should we be excited? Should we be excited for 2021?
Yes, definitely. It won't be like last year. I can guarantee y'all that we working right now. We trying to put a scheme together, plans together. Like we together already. We already trying to become a team and working on little things that we messed up last year. So with that being said, yes, we're gonna play better than we played last year, and like I said, we're gonna give it all you got every game. We got y'all.
Hey, that's what I want to hear, man. Hey, Jason, I appreciate you so much. Like I said, thank you for taking the time coming on here, man. It was an honor to have you on, really.
Sure.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Definitely, man. So, like I said to everybody, thank you so much for kicking it, all the channel members. We will be having Dave Spadero on the channel next week, so definitely come back and join us for that. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is fly, Eagles fly, and we are out here. Peace.